Welcome to the Trippy Savage channel. Before we get started, I want to give a quick shout out to Mick Cheese Grater. Keep hacking the program, brother. What is reality? Have you ever pondered whether the world around us is as real as we believe it to be? This question, as old as human curiosity itself, has taken an intriguing twist in our modern age. Welcome to the concept of simulation theory, a mind-bending proposal that suggests our reality might not be as tangible as we think. Imagine for a moment, what if our world, with its vast cosmos, diverse life forms, and even our own consciousness, is nothing more than an elaborate computer simulation, a product of incomprehensibly advanced technology, created by a civilization far more technologically evolved than our own? Sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But this is the crux of simulation theory, a hypothesis that blurs the line between reality and illusion, challenging our perceptions of existence itself. This profound concept has ignited debates across philosophy, science, and popular culture. It's a theory that probes into the very nature of reality, suggesting that what we perceive as real might be a sophisticated virtual reality application. The idea is not entirely new. Philosophers from ancient times to now have long questioned the nature of reality. But with the rise of advanced technology and virtual reality applications, the theory of our existence within a computer simulation has gained more traction. Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom popularized this theory in the early 2000s. His thought-provoking argument suggested that we are almost certainly living in a computer simulation, a proposition that still fuels debates and discussions in the 21st century. As we delve deeper into this topic, we'll explore the origins of simulation theory, the technological advancements that make it plausible, and the arguments for and against it. We'll also grapple with the profound questions this theory raises about existence, consciousness, and free will. So let's dive into the fascinating world of simulation theory and explore the possibility of our existence within a computer simulation. The idea of simulation theory isn't new and has roots in philosophical history. This provocative hypothesis, which suggests that our reality could be a complex computer simulation, has been a subject of philosophical debate for centuries. Let's take a step back and delve into the philosophical foundations of this theory. The concept of our sensations and perceptions being potentially deceptive has been a recurring theme in philosophical discourse. One such idea is the brain in a vat hypothesis. It posits that we could be nothing more than brains suspended in a vat, fed sensory inputs by a supercomputer. Our understanding of reality would then be nothing more than a construct of these inputs. Another philosophical cornerstone is René Descartes' evil demon argument. Descartes, a 17th century French philosopher, proposed that an evil demon as powerful as he is deceitful could have created an illusory world to deceive us. Descartes' argument, though centuries old, bears striking similarities to the modern simulation theory. These philosophical musings were given a fresh lease of life with the advent of cinema. The release of the film The Matrix in 1999 brought these ideas to the fore in popular culture. The film depicted a dystopian future where humans lived in a simulated reality, their bodies exploited as an energy source by machines. The Matrix served as a metaphorical brain in a vat, making the concept more accessible to the general public. So, simulation theory isn't a product of the digital age, as one might assume. It's an idea that has evolved over centuries, intertwining with philosophy and science, and ultimately crystallizing into the hypothesis we know today. The philosophical concepts of the brain in a vat and Descartes' evil demon argument, coupled with their popularization in movies like The Matrix, have laid the groundwork for our understanding of simulation theory. These philosophical concepts have laid the groundwork for what we now call simulation theory. Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom brought the simulation theory into the limelight with his compelling argument. He proposed an intriguing paper titled, "Are You Living in a Computer Simulation?" that swept across the scientific and philosophical communities, sparking intense debates and discussions. Bostrom's argument was built around three propositions. He suggested that at least one of these propositions must be true. The first proposition is that human civilization is unlikely to reach a stage where it can run sophisticated simulations of reality. This could be due to possible self-destruction, resource depletion, or other unforeseen hurdles. The second proposition assumes that such a technologically advanced stage is achievable. However, these post-human civilizations might not be interested in running ancestor simulations. Maybe they are ethically opposed to it, or perhaps they have more intriguing explorations to undertake. The third proposition, and perhaps the most mind-bending, is that we are almost certainly living in a computer simulation. If civilizations do reach a post-human stage and decide to run ancestor simulations, the simulated realities would vastly outnumber the one base reality. Therefore, statistically speaking, it's more likely that we're in one of these countless simulations rather than in the one true reality. Bostrom's argument is not a claim that we are indeed living in a simulation, but rather a logical framework that points to this as a real possibility. It's not about providing evidence of a simulated reality, but about highlighting that our understanding of reality could be fundamentally flawed. This hypothesis has profound implications. It challenges our perceptions of reality, existence, and even consciousness. It raises questions about the nature of our universe and our place in it. Are we the creators, or are we the creation? Bostrom's hypothesis challenges our understanding of reality and presents a new perspective on our existence. It's a thought-provoking idea that encourages us to question, explore, and maybe one day uncover the true nature of our reality. The rapid development of technology has made the idea of simulation theory more plausible. Indeed, the swift march of technology, particularly in the realm of virtual reality, has brought the concept of living in a computer simulation out of the realm of science fiction and into the realm of possibility. As we continue to push the boundaries of what's technologically possible, we're starting to see a future where simulations could mimic incredibly intricate and incredibly realistic worlds. Imagine, if you will, a virtual reality experience so detailed and immersive that it becomes indistinguishable from our everyday reality. This is no longer just a fanciful idea. Today, we're seeing remarkable advancements in virtual reality technology. VR headsets are evolving from clunky, cumbersome devices into sleek, lightweight gadgets that can transport us to different worlds with a mere flip of a switch. Meanwhile, developers are creating more and more immersive experiences with realistic graphics and physics that make us feel like we're really there. But it's not just virtual reality that's fueling these speculations. The exponential growth in computing power is also playing a role. Moore's law, the observation that the number of transistors on a microchip doubles approximately every 2 years, points to a future where our computers will have the processing power to run incredibly detailed simulations. And then there's the field of artificial intelligence. The strides we're making in this area are truly mind-boggling. We're teaching machines to think, learn, and even create in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. Could it be possible that one day we'll create an AI so advanced that it could simulate an entire universe? This is not to say that we're living in a simulation right now, but the rapid pace of technological advancement makes the idea seem less far-fetched than it once was. As our processing power continues to grow, so does the potential for creating incredibly intricate and realistic simulations. It's a thought-provoking notion, one that challenges our understanding of reality and opens up a world of fascinating possibilities. Like any theory, simulation theory has its supporters and detractors. Let's delve into some of the arguments that both sides of the aisle put forth. On one hand, proponents of simulation theory often point to the rapid advancements in technology, particularly in the realm of virtual reality. They argue that if we continue on our current trajectory, it's conceivable that we could one day create simulations indistinguishable from our own reality. Some supporters even suggest that certain quirks in quantum physics, such as the observer effect, could be evidence of a simulated reality. This is the idea that particles behave differently when observed, leading some to posit that the universe is rendering only what it needs to, much like a video game. Another argument in favor of simulation theory is the anthropic principle. This is the belief that the universe is finely tuned to support life, which could suggest that it's been deliberately designed that way. On the flip side, there are those who vehemently oppose the idea of simulation theory. One major argument against it is the lack of empirical evidence. While the theory is intriguing, there's currently no concrete proof to support it. Another counterpoint is the complexity of consciousness. Despite advances in artificial intelligence, we're still a long way from fully understanding, let alone replicating human consciousness. This raises questions about how a simulation could accurately mimic conscious beings. Perhaps the most profound argument against simulation theory is the philosophical implications if our reality were indeed simulated. This would fundamentally challenge our understanding of existence and could potentially render life meaningless. To cap off, it's worth noting that these arguments represent only the tip of the iceberg. There are countless other perspectives, each with their own merits and flaws. Like most philosophical debates, the truth likely lies somewhere in the middle, and our understanding of reality is constantly evolving. While the debate continues, the theory certainly provokes deep thought about our understanding of reality. Simulation theory brings with it a host of profound and perhaps unanswerable questions. Dive deep into the rabbit hole of simulation theory, and you'll find yourself confronting questions that challenge our fundamental understanding of reality. These questions, intriguing as they may be, compel us to reevaluate our existence, our purpose, and the very concept of free will. If we're indeed living in a computer simulation, what does that say about our existence? Are we the creations of a technologically advanced civilization, or are we simply digital beings with artificial consciousness? The implications of either are staggering, forcing us to reconsider what it means to be alive. And then comes the question of purpose. If our reality is a simulation, is there a grand design or objective behind it? Are we part of an experiment, a form of entertainment, or perhaps a tool for learning? Or could it be that there's no purpose at all, and we're merely the byproducts of an indifferent automated system? The concept of free will also comes under scrutiny. In a pre-programmed simulation, do we truly have the capacity to make independent choices, or are our actions and decisions predetermined by the parameters of the simulation? The idea of free will, a cornerstone of human identity, suddenly becomes questionable. Beyond these, there's a whole universe of other questions. What about our emotions, our dreams, our memories? Are they real or merely coded illusions? And if they are illusions, does that make them any less significant? And who are the architects of this alleged simulation? A post-human civilization, alien entities, or perhaps a divine being? Are they watching us, guiding us, or simply letting the simulation run its course? The list goes on, each question more challenging than the last. Yet, despite their complexity, these questions have a captivating allure. They push the boundaries of our understanding and invite us to explore the uncharted territories of thought. Whether we'll ever find definitive answers to these questions remains uncertain, but they certainly make us ponder the nature of our existence. So, what have we learned about simulation theory? We've dived headfirst into the mesmerizing world of simulation theory, a concept that proposes our reality might be an intricate computer simulation. This theory, far from being a fringe idea, has been gaining traction in various fields, from philosophy to science, and even in popular culture. We began our journey with the origins of simulation theory, a concept with roots in long-standing philosophical questions about the nature of reality. Ideas like the brain in a vat and Descartes' evil demon argument have long proposed that our sensations might be illusions. This concept was catapulted into the public consciousness with the release of the film The Matrix in 1999, a film that depicted a society where humans lived in a virtual environment produced by machines. Our exploration then led us to the simulation hypothesis, popularized by Swedish philosopher Nick Bostrom. He proposed that at least one of three scenarios must be true. Either human civilization is unlikely to reach a post-human stage capable of running simulations, post-human civilizations exist, but are uninterested in running simulations, or we are almost certainly living in a computer simulation. We also looked at the role of technological advancements. As our processing power continues to grow, it's becoming more plausible to imagine a future where simulations can mimic intricate and incredibly realistic worlds. Some proponents even suggest that the sophisticated simulations post-human civilizations might produce could be little more than rudimentary forerunners to our current virtual reality experiences. Next, we considered the arguments for and against simulation theory. Advocates point to the increasing realism of simulations and the apparent gaps in fundamental physics as evidence. Critics, however, raise various counter-arguments, including the lack of evidence, the difficulty of simulating consciousness, and the philosophical implications if our reality were indeed simulated. Finally, we pondered the profound questions that simulation theory raises. If we are living in a simulation, what does that mean for our existence and purpose? Do we still have free will in a predetermined simulation? These are questions that we may never find definitive answers to, and yet they continue to challenge our understanding of reality. While the idea that we might be living in a computer simulation might seem far-fetched, it's a hypothesis that challenges us to think beyond our conventional understanding of reality. So now that we've covered what simulation theory is, let's explore some of our own ideas and concepts that could be possible if we are living in such a state. Could there be ways to hack the system, such as psychedelics? Are mystical creatures throughout history like dragons, fairies, mermaids, Bigfoot, and even aliens programmed in for a purpose in the time they are needed? Are they changing things in the system like DLC content? Is time really something we can't move through and manipulate? What are some of the ideas that you might consider if simulation theory were true? Stay trippy, you savages.